put my heart in a bag so nobody gets hurt. Oh, not the emo boy. So that is not great. I will say that is not great, but hey, you know, still have to do that. Then I have to study. For like 2 hours more, I guess. 1 hour, 2 hours. Depends kind of on how quickly it goes. I do want to try For Honor at some point. I will at some point in it, I promise. Juice is defo emo, fuck you mean? Yeah, no, I was gonna say Juice WRLD is sad music, man. I like Juice WRLD, but it's sad, you gotta be real. We took my first redeem SMH. Got his ass. Me by name something. Oh, that's when I used to play Minecraft. That's when I used to play Minecraft, basically. And people wanted to name things constantly at the time. And basically, it was like, everyone was like spamming and like, oh, can I name your ex? Can I name this? And I just made it the channel point reward at that point. We get to name one of your plushies back there. They all have names. You want to hear them? Some of them are in Dutch though. This is Poes Minus, aka Kitten Minus or Cat Minus. This is Bonbon, my bunny. As you can tell, little Jalenka was clearly good with names. This is Waddy. He's really cute. Waddy is maybe my favorite. Look, he's a penguin. I love penguins, if you didn't know, chat. I also love cats. This is Goggy from my Rusting Dream SMP phase. Rest in peace, 2020. Yeah, I don't know why I named the octopus Goggy, but we did. And then the banana has no significance to me. This is Pip. This big chungus boy is Pip. I really like him. I got him for Christmas this year. There we go, chat. That is the haul. At home, when we go back home over the summer, there's also a really big tiger and his name is Tristan. Don't discard the banana, just as for my guy. What if he named the banana? You can name the banana, actually. You forgot Taki? I call him Pip, because that's easier to pronounce for the English people. Also, because I really like the name Pip. Newton Jr. I see. Should we do the banana as the next giveaway? Because Kuko just got... Okay, for those that do not know, Kuko is one of my viewers, and he's been on an absolute rampage on trying to get this item. Chat, this is Redeem the Pikachu. He wants to be known as Redeem the Pikachu. He's getting the sun up to his house and everything. So now that we have no redemption, now you guys can go for channel points, chat. The fat fuck. The fat fucking unicorn. What if I get the banana and I give it back to you at an island party? Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna make a price here than 100k though. I think it was 100k for the Pikachu. We might go 150k for the next item. There we go. Okay. Have you ever had some recognized URL? Okay, you want to know the stories about that one? Unfortunately, I had 2 experiences, which is, I think, a lot, by the way. 1.3k followers, basically, and I got recognized URL is scary. The first time I had it, it's like someone that, they were like, oh, that's my username. And I'm gonna call them out because I don't know if they're comfortable. That is insanity, I know. The first time is an okay interaction. I just realized that I found it weird that people recognize, or that there's a possibility of people recognizing. You're up and Ryan Reynolds, my god. My god. Yeah, Aiden recognized me in public, guys. Creep. No, basically, the first time I got recognized in public is by a younger person. Like, oh my. But the worst part is the person recognized me because they went to the same high school as me. I was in my last year, chat. They were in their 3rd year, which makes them like 14. So that was not fun. But they went up to me and they were like, yo, I think I watch your Twitch streams. And I was like, wait, really? And they was like, yeah, Arjun, this is my username. And I was like, whoa, okay, I recognize you in chat, because then I had like 4 people that were in my streams, right? And I was like, oh my god, that's cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And the second time is more recent. Also, one of the reasons I lay a bit off on like meeting new people. I'm in my university auditorium, and this is also a reminder to never do this to a person because it's awful. Sorry, I'm gonna put Steiny. But I feel bad talking about it because this person made a complete misjudgment and they were sorry after that interaction. Well, yeah. So I was in my university auditorium, right? I once mentioned, I think, in a stream that I study in Ghent. I'm just gonna say it again. And there's like this person, right? So I enter it with my IRL like university friends, and this person runs up to me and goes like, oh my god, you're Jelenka. And I was like, yeah, I am. What's up? And then they go like, I watched your Twitch stream. Sorry, I've been looking for you all day. Chat. The shit I felt then. I wanted to cry. I generally was almost tearing up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna act like I'm tough or shit though. And it was like a guy from my age as well, which I found more creepy. If I was like a kid, like I would have been like, yeah, it's in your head, it's like an idol and your parents drove you here, whatever. But no, it was a person of my age. That is terrifying. And basically, it's really weird. So as Yalenka is, and that dude will probably never watch again, but that's okay. So I tried to be nice, but I also felt like very weirded out. And I just went to the dude, like I went like, yo, don't do this. Like, don't come find me at my university. This is my own private time. Do not do that. That's really weird. Also, the fact that he searched for me all day is what weirds me out. Yeah, oh, hey, I've been following you all day. Basically what he says. And I go like, yeah, yo, I get that you want to meet me and stuff. I get it, but like, this is really weird and really uncomfortable for me, and this goes completely against my boundaries. And then he realized, I think, how crazy or how batshit insane that he acted. And then he went like, I'm so sorry. I also live in this city, and I this is my username. He drops that on me. And then I go like, yeah, I don't really recognize it either. So I'm like, I can't even ban you. Like, can't even fucking ban you. But the thing is, I went to look through the followers list. He doesn't follow anymore, so. But basically, because I was looking to ban him when I got home instantly. Sorry, I have my boundaries. One of them is being parasocial like that, even if he didn't mean to. And it's probably 100% a bad judgment, by the way. I think he didn't mean any harm in it. He apologized 100 times. Like, trust me, he didn't mean any harm with it. And I think he didn't mean to, but I just get weirded out. Oh, so basically, I go like, he just goes like, oh, I live in the city, and I heard you studied here, so I kind of like Googled your schedule. I was like, sorry? And he was like, yeah, I had some free time. Pardon? I was like, I Googled your schedule. It's one of the most insane things. So fun fact, you can't find my schedule if you're not in my university, so he did actually study there. Yeah, you get know why. So basically, that same day I had a stream, right? So then I instantly basically went on a thing like, oh, I'm not going to be doing any meetups at any moment soon, except with people I know. So like Aiden and Zam and Bud, basically, because me and Bud had that planned. So that is like different as well, because there will also be more than like just me and Bud there. But the thing is, you know what it felt like, Chad? That is like the thing that I still find the weirdest. You know how you see someone in like a public room and you go like, oh, they're hot, right? And you go like, I should go up to them and say something. You know that interaction felt like that, but just make it very incel-like? Yeah, that's basically what it was. The thing is, if that guy would ever come talk to me again, I would call the police. I mean that, by the way. I guess my hopes for Mayan can meet up at some point, Chad. I just gotta get over that interaction because holy shit. I don't know, for some reason he thought, oh, maybe I'm the same age as her, I go to the same university as her, I can do that. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, but it didn't seem as bad. Also, I've never seen him since that again, so it's okay. Honestly, I got over it fairly fast, weirdly enough. Like, I felt like, usually I get like a really creeped out feeling, but I've been okay. If he didn't think about it beforehand. Yeah, basically. No, but I get Aiden, by the way. Like, generally, there's a way better way to go about it. And by the way, never do that. If you see me on the street, by the way, and you just go up to, hey, Alenka, I follow you on Twitch. Can we get a picture? Like, whatever, can we talk? That's okay. I don't mind that. That is not creepy. But the fact that he said that as the first thing just freaked me out. Also, okay, this is maybe a personal preference. If I'm with friends, please try and take me aside from them because they didn't ask for that. Ever. Like, that's the thing. One of my friends gets anxious about it recently because of that interaction. One of my friends got a bit anxious whenever someone walks up to me. And she was like, yeah, like, she doesn't like it. And that's why always, whenever I'm with friends, there's like one of my friends that absolutely won't mind. When it's Zen or Aiden, they also won't mind. But like, one of my friends, my real friends that has never been on stream before, that doesn't even have a Twitch account, she knows because I like to rant about my Twitch. And she respects it a lot and she respects what I do. It's just not her cup of tea, I guess. She's never been a gamer. But she always listened to it. And I told her like that interaction as well. And she went like, if that would ever happen to me when someone goes up to you, I would just be awkwardly standing there, yo, and I would like be funny about it, right? I don't mind. And I was like, yeah, but other people would. And I can get that. I can get behind the fact that other people would mind interactions like that. Because they don't ask to be in like, I don't want to say the public eye because that's a bit over exaggerating, right? But Obviously, they don't want that necessarily, that media attention, or like the fact that anyone would recognize anyone else that they don't have a friendship or like any relationship with whatsoever. Go for your exams, thank you! Chat, I will do a proper announcement in the Discord. If you haven't joined, please do. It's a really fun place, and I announce all my stream schedules on there.